and I don't know why. Okay, right, I'm going to turn the sound off. Can't even turn the sound off. There's a technical problem here because it's not even letting me. You can see me, right? I'm here. Hello and welcome to another episode of Between the Covers. Thank you so much for those of you who bared with us throughout the technical difficulties. I don't know what happened there, but we'll just roll with it. So if you're watching for the first time, my name is Daniela Blecknar. I am an author, book journey mentor, founder of a company called Conscious Dreams Publishing. We work with authors from all over the world to help them to get their powerful messages and stories out there in the form of books. Some of which you can see on the bookshelf behind me. Over the last 9 years, we've published over 350 books. I've mentored over 1,000 authors and help them to get their powerful messages and stories out there into the world. So if you're watching the show for the first time, what is it all about and why is it called Between the Covers? It's called Between the Covers because we get up close and personal with authors and people in the writing and publishing industry to find out what goes on between the covers of creating a book. So we started a little bit late today, so I'm going to crack straight into introducing my awesome and amazing guest. Her name is, before I do that, please, if you're watching, please do say hello, tap the screen. No, that's the old Facebook Live. We can't tap the screen. You can tap the screen if you want, but say hello, let us know your name, where you're watching from, and please, this is a very interactive show. You can chip in with your questions for my beautiful guests. So as the music winds down, there we go. Isn't that perfect timing? Say hello, put up your favorite emoji in the chat. So I'm going to introduce to you the awesome and amazing Tiffany Green. We've been working with Tiffany, I think, since July. Again, it's all rolling into one. I can never catch up with the time. She is the author of Things He Says, Life as a Boy Mum, a beautiful keepsake of poems that highlight the trials, the tribulations, the organized chaos, or maybe she'll call it unorganized chaos, and the beautiful unpredictable moments she's had, and they're all based on real life conversations with her amazing son, who I've got to meet twice now, called Xavier, who is really the heartbeat of this book. Not only that, it's beautifully illustrated, as you can see in here. If you missed the book launch last week, where were you? It was brilliant. We got to meet Tiffany as well as her author, the illustrator Danielle. So I'm going to introduce Tiffany and bring her onto the screen. Who is Tiffany? She is a London-based, New York-born poetess and social worker with a lifelong vision to reassure, inspire, and empower her readers by sharing her lived experiences. What started as a passion for journaling at the age of 9, I can relate to that, eventually blossomed into a full-blown calling. Now there's nothing more rewarding than connecting with people through shared experiences and sharing the manic fruits of her imagination. Her first book was called Notes for My Exorcism, and now she's back with a new book, Things He Said, Life as a Boy Mum. Please do throw up your clap hands emoji and welcome her to the screen. Hey Tiffany, how you doing?
Hello. I'm doing well.
Good. Thank you for your patience. We really nearly gave up, but this is what's the word? A lesson of like perseverance and motivation, which is something you definitely have because you've published 2 books. So congratulations on publishing not just 1 but 2 books. How does it feel to be standing here tonight or sitting here tonight launching Things He Says?
It feels great. It's also kind of daunting. It's, you start out as a kid, you get the poetry bug, you get the writing bug, and you're, kind of dash into reality. It's not a real job, so you go into the real job, you do it for years, and you're feeling like, well, this doesn't really feel like where I should be. And you realize it's because that's not where your heart is. So I remember every step. So I remember finally putting the first book together, getting it to an editor, and just the cringe. Every step was a cringe. It was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. So every step was like, oh, I'm going to do it. Cringe. But I got it out there. And then this one was meant to be, that one was quite heavy. It was just kind of getting rid of all that past stuff and kind of being present in the moment. And this is very much about what's going on right now in my life, being the mom of a 5-year-old, having given birth to him kind of later in life, when I'm set in my ways and I have things that I like, doing things the way I want to do, but still having this little person who has no idea what a boundary is not interested in learning. This is his world. I'm just a guest here to fund his dreams. So it was really good. It was fun kind of putting it all together and getting it out there. Got to give a huge shout out to Danielle. She's beautifully illustrated each poem. It's so appropriate. It's so like she got the theme of each of them perfectly. So it's been great. It's a roller coaster. The nerves, the excitement, the wishing I can do this full time.
Oh, don't we all?
Yeah, with ditching the 9 to 5 and actually get there and doing it full time. It'd be great. It would be that's the dream.
Let's
But it
hold
feels
the
good.
dream. Let's hold the dream out there. I mean, I know social working is such a huge job and it doesn't end, when the hours end. So to be able to, publish 2 books, and you're also the host of an event called the Echo Chamber in Croydon, of which I've been to one so far. Before we let's just crack into tell us a little bit about the Echo Chamber and how people can attend and get involved. And is it just for poets?
The Echo Chamber is an open mic night in Croydon at the front room on St. George's Walk, which is like, would you say 10 minutes from East Croydon Station? 10-minute walk from East Croydon Station, or you can take the bus, literally one stop, and get off. The venue is amazing. It's a purpose-built venue for theatrical, musical recording, publishing. So the audio is amazing. The space itself is a whole vibe. I love it there. Sam and
I can
Dave.
attest to that. It's a beautiful, it's like a really kind of intimate, old school kind of poetry, spoken word night. It's brilliant. Sorry,
But
go on.
we haven't had just poets. We had someone come and sing. Joanna sang for us, which was so beautiful. Like, it just felt really good. We had Solomon Obi, who came and did how do I say? So he blends his tap as well as his spoken word. Well, it's like more like old school hoofing, like Savion Glover type of tap dancing, with the vocals, which was amazing to see. So I say, if you have anything, it's the first Thursday of the month from 7 to, well, we're there from 6:30, but the event itself is from 7 to 9. If you have a voice and you want to use it, I say come and do it. I'm not going to stop anyone. You need to get up there. I feel like it's a space for stories to be told, however you want to tell it. You want to sing it, you want to do a poem. We had someone who was coming down for Crystal Palace. He came down from Scotland to go to a Crystal Palace game.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, you know what? The game wasn't until the next day. So he's like, I'll come down and do some poetry. So he came down and did some poetry for us. Like, I'm open. Like, it's a space for community. It's a space to have your voice heard. October is Black History Month, and we have teamed up with Croydon's Race and Ethnicity Network to host. It's called Standing Proud and Firm, celebrating all of celebrating Black voices, basically, and all those who came before us, so pioneers, Mary C. Cole, Malcolm X, all those people. So those kind of things, celebrating that. So yeah, we'll be hosting the event first Thursday of the month. This month is the 2nd of October from 7 p.m.
October, is it? Oh, I'm looking at September, of course. The 2nd. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, so it's next Thursday.
Yes. Okay.
Next Thursday. Do come out. As I said, feel free to get up. I had my friend Alex get up and do a poem. It was beautiful. We had Angela Hines, who came in and did a poem, and I want her to share this far and wide. It was one of the most beautiful poems I heard about climate change. It was striking, and we all know it. We all know what's going on, but the way her delivery was it was awesome.
Oh, amazing.
So yeah, we come, we have a good time, we eat, we laugh. Yeah.
You heard it here first. Get down to the front room, the first Thursday of the month. Don't just keep it to yourself. Tell people about it. We're trying to build something here. It's when I went, I saw the guy who was tap dancing and singing, and it's just all about getting up there and expression. Like, we're in a stage and age now where so many of us have so much inside that we want to express and get out, and the front room is a great place to do that. So get on down.
Yes, indeed.
Back to your books, looking back at the growth from Notes from My Exorcism to Things He Says, what would you say you've learned most about yourself as a writer and as a woman?
Oh,
that's a lot.
Two very similar but separate journeys. I feel like, so my writing, as you said, I've been journaling since I was 9, and I think that's how I process my experiences. All the raw emotion, the grit, and the poems are how I share my experiences with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So it's that evolution. I think looking at writing from when I was younger, it's very much from a place of inexperience, very much from a place of wide-eyed, never really, I'm 20 years old. I never never done anything, never left home kind of thing, to just a lifetime of experiences. And I think my writing is almost autobiographical. Like, well, not almost, it all is. So they tell you, to start out with, you write what you know. I think that's where I've started. Um, and yeah, as a writer, my hope right now, as I said, I'm writing what I know. So Notes from My Exorcisms was very much about exercising all those things that just sit on your heart forever
Yeah, it's a
unless you
great
push
title, by
past
the way.
them. Yeah, thank you. It's pushing past all that stuff, getting rid of it, literally getting it out so that I can enjoy right now, enjoy what's going on right in this moment, which is that where things he says comes in, because that is very much what I've been living up till now with this little person who's developed this personality. Um, and just being, as I said, it's very different. Speaking of being a woman, it's very different giving birth to a child after you have. I was 38 when he was born, so
Mhm.
settled in my ways is an understatement. I'm one of these people. I will take a week off work and get a book series and not leave my house.
Yeah.
And I think there's a huge difference because I'm an introvert and he's an extrovert. Like, he wants to be out, and I'm like, oh god. Like, I will come to my house on a Friday and not leave till Monday, like, depending on the kind of week I've had. But I have everything in my house that I need, everything I want. Whereas he's just like, no, I want to go out, I want to do this, I want to do that. So it's just being a mom later in life. It was just like, oh, mm, what I thought was my space is no longer my space. I've got to
No.
share. But it's also, he came at a point where I had just learned how to be, and this was very much, I think, as a result of Notes from My Exorcism, learning how to be vulnerable, learning how
Hmm.
to be, not allowing that strong black woman trope to keep me
Yeah.
from from feeling, and not expressing that feeling. Like, we feel very, very deeply, but you've given this, you got to keep going, you got to be strong, you can't, no, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna cry right in your face.
Hmm.
You deal with it. If you don't want to deal with it, change your behavior, change how you're coming at me. So yeah, he came at a time when it was all of that. So there was a lot going on with me personally, and it very much so, there was this parallel process going on. So I'm raising this little person, becoming more comfortable with my own vulnerability, becoming more comfortable in my own womanhood, figuring out what that means in terms of relationships, in terms of being a mom, and then, but still paying attention to all the things he's saying along the
Yeah.
way. And it just, it boggles the mind. This 2, 3 year old, you're like, where would you even, yeah.
You
It's
come
just
out
having
with
that
that.
whole, yeah, the
I
parallel
think.
process.
I
It was
think.
hilarious.
Oh, I can hear myself echoing here. Oh, there we go. I think that's a beautiful answer, actually. I think children are a real blessing, and they come here to teach us something about ourselves. Sometimes a challenge, sometimes that is a challenge,
Hmm.
And I love that you said that you kind of got, your whole journey of your books from Notes to My Exorcism, literally exercising all of that out, that, strong black woman trope that we've been falsely led to believe we have to have the armor to survive, to then stripping back and having that vulnerability, and then Xavier coming into your life. I think it's a beautiful journey, and the fact that you've documented it is fantastic. I just want to say hello to Jay Benlow. Hello, Joanne. How you doing? Spiritual Tech. Hey, how you doing? She's on. She's giving some stars. Thank you so much for joining. Please do share this out and let other people know. Tiffany is here talking about her second book, Things He Says, Life as a Boy Mum. So your first book, Notes on My Exorcism, was quite a candid and emotional journey. How different was the process of writing Things He Says compared to that first one?
There were a lot less tears. A lot less tears. And even now I go back and I read it and I tear up, but I think for a very different reason. It's just like, in the process of writing it, it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is what's going on. And afterward, it's like, but I'm on the other end of that now.
Yeah.
You guys, now it's going back, not nostalgia, nostalgia is the wrong word, going back with a sense of triumph. Like, that's
Yeah.
where and it's crazy that I put this out to the world. So many of us have these journeys, these things we go through, but like, having it in one space, that, and Notes from Microcosm it wasn't one period in my life. Like it covered the span of years. I
Mhm.
mean, you wouldn't know that, but yeah, it covers the span of years, like all over, I would say about 8 years. About 8 years. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think there's something beautiful about writing. When it was being a writer myself, I can relate to what you're saying about looking back at your old books with a sense of triumph. And I think you're like me, like a documenter. From a
Mm,
very young age, I used to journal everything. I look back at my diaries, my first book, Mr. Wrong, and it's like, oh my gosh, the sense of like, it's kind of like bittersweet. It's like, I went
mm,
through that, my poor soul. You know,
mm,
I went through that long, but but you wouldn't have come out with all of that. But then it's a sense of like looking at the growth and the
mm.
changes in your life. How would you say, um this is probably a big question, having Xavier's changed you as a person?
I have to share.
Yeah.
That's the biggest share. I have to share. And it's not that I wasn't a sharer, but I got to share on my terms. Now
Yeah,
I'm being forced to share. Like this one, like there is no such thing as this is mine.
you got a
And
poem about that.
it's yeah. And it's shameful because he will happily, hey mommy, do you want some? I'm like, no, no, thank you. He's like, Mom, can I have some? I'm like, no, I don't want to share. These are mine. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I should be, as a 44-year-old woman, I should be ashamed to say it, but I don't like sharing my snacks, and that's just the way it's going to be. Um, the other patience. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I've never been one. I tell people all the time, patience will visit me, but that heifer don't stay long. She knows she don't stay long over here. She knows this is not a welcoming environment. Um, but just like having to slow down, having
Mm.
not that I think moving to London slowed me down anyway, because as much as they compare it to New York, no, the pace is nothing like New York.
Really? Well,
No, not at all. Um, it was slower. It slowed me down some, but then it picked up in other ways. But this is much more grounding, I would say. Becoming a mom is much more grounding. I think lots of people don't believe in it, but I know people who are other Aquariuses that have the same kind of traits where you kind of live in your head in that kind of dreamy world where you're fantasizing about what could be and what should be and this is
yeah,
quite right now, right here, right now.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So I think he was a grounding force, which is crazy because he's an Earth sign. He's a Capricorn, so that says a lot, doesn't it?
Ah, okay, yeah, it does. I know Capricorns well.
Oh,
Do you have any poems that you'd like to share? Share.
uh, let's see. Which one shall we do?
What I'll
Share.
do is I'll take myself out, and you can share a poem, and let's get the audience involved. Give us a number between 1 and 41. 42. And I'm sure Tiffany will be happy to share that poem that comes up. Okay, when you're ready, let me know, and I'll just take myself out.
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh,
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to give you a couple poems. This is called Things He Says, Life is a Boy Mom. This is one of my favorites. It's called Insatiable. Motherhood. The only hood where you can have a conversation about poop, cookies, mints, and fidget toys, all in the span of 10 minutes. It's ghetto here. Noses being wiped on sleeves when a box of tissue is literally inches away. Mouths wiped on t-shirt tails, even while in the bathroom where towels and toilet paper live. Bath time feels like tryouts for the inappropriate Olympics, as private parts are violently wiggled amidst raucous giggles. I thought adulthood was the most dangerous hood, but motherhood? Motherhood is the only hood that transcends gentrification, racism, bias, prejudice, poverty, and every other social situation. It doesn't care who you are. It consumes everything and keeps coming. Never full, never sated. It wants all of you. That's one of my favorites, just because it's real. Like, it's real out here.
Let's
Motherhood
give
is
her,
just
let's give her
it's
those guys.
crazy.
I want to see the snappy finger emoji, please. Yes.
Yes, it's snaps.
I think that is a prime that reflects that sense of like, hey, grounding. This is the raw reality of what motherhood is like. I love it. It's like mother. Can you show the image? So I know you
Yes,
said
the war zone.
yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Can you talk us
That's
through that
that's
image?
motherhood, people. That's motherhood right there.
You got a helicopter there. What else is there?
That's the war zone.
Brilliant.
That is the war zone. A
Okay.
couple of kids wandering the streets.
You got spiritual tick is saying we've got quite a few numbers here. She's saying number page 4. Let's go for page 4, and then we'll take one from Kez after.
Okay. Page 4. Okay, it's called That Thing Again. I remember this day. I remember this day like it was yesterday. Okay, so let's do this one. That Thing Again, it's called. We're having another one of those unbelievable moments amid the mundane, an interaction that renders me speechless. A bag of tortilla chips falls to the floor, right next to the small child, and chips go everywhere. My face does that thing a mother's face does when your child does something they're not supposed to. It wasn't me. It jumped off all by itself, he says. Really? I reply. Yes, like this, he replies, picks up the bag and demonstrates a dramatic arc of it jumping off the table and onto the floor. It's happening again. My face is doing that thing it does when I can't believe this is my life. I remember that day so clearly. I just stood there like, there's nothing I can say to this. Like, there's nothing I can say.
And what does Xavier think of these poems? And does he have a favorite poem? I know the
He
answer
likes
to.
cookies and balloons. Those are his two favorites. Those are the ones he's always asking for whenever he sees this book.
All right, guys. I'll throw it out to you. What do you want to hear? Do you want to hear cookies or balloons? And then we'll take one from Kez. Cookies or balloons? While we're waiting, let's take one from Kez. She's given us number 11. Let's go for number 11, page 11.
Page 11, page 11. Oh, my shame. Okay.
Right, let me say we out.
This one is called Ill-Mannered. Good job saying excuse me, Mummy, he says as I shimmy past him to get down the hallway. How rude. Who raised you? Don't patronize me. All things I don't say because I'd be arguing with a 4-year-old that I raised. He makes me feel like I should be ashamed of my ill-mannered behavior, but I've earned it. I pretend to like people all day. Then I come home to this mini antagonist reminding me that my ill-mannered self must share a space.
He actually said, so that good job saying excuse me, Mummy. So he knows sarcasm at this age.
Do you know what? I don't even know if he was being sarcastic or if he literally just thought he was saying, or if I'm just so rude that I say it so don't say it enough. I have no idea what he was doing. So just like, and the funny thing is, I read these and I remember these. It calls to memory the exact moments they happen.
You can picture
Exactly
it in your head. You documented this as you went along, didn't you? Or did you recall them afterwards?
Some of them I did. Some of them I did, yeah.
Okay. Kez is saying cookies, spiritual tick is saying balloons. Tiffany, I'm going to let you decide.
We'll do them both. Let's start with balloons. Balloons, because when you talk about unbelievable mommy moments, I think he was 4. He was 4 at the time. I'll let you all, say what you think of what happened. And this was a Saturday morning, by the way. This is called Balloons. 6:07 a.m. My bedroom door slowly opens, revealing a thinning brown cherub carrying a slightly deflated red heart-shaped balloon. He approaches my bed with a toothy grin and says, "Why does the balloon have nipples? Look, the balloon has nipples," he laughs. It's a Saturday, one of my sacred days when it is positively blasphemous to be coherent before 8 a.m. Yet here I am, sinning again to the amusement of this small child. And he thought it was just the funniest thing ever. Like, it was just hilarious.
And he thought it was the funniest thing at the book launch as well, didn't he?
He did. He did. I don't know whether it was the actual balloon or just the saying nipples. I don't remember. I
I
don't know
think
which
it was
one it was.
both. I think it was
A
both.
bit of both, yeah,
It's
probably.
brilliant. It's brilliant. All right, let's have one last one, and we'll, guys, if you've got any questions, please throw up your questions as well, because I could just ask questions all day. Let's hear cookies now. This is one of my favorites as well.
Okay, so this one's called Cookies. There's your illustration. I'm not sure you can see how well you can see that. "Mommy, can I have a cookie?" he asks. I put on my fuzzy slippers, lift myself from my cozy spot. Little feet beat a path ahead of me into the kitchen, waiting for me to arrive. I enter, reach up, open the cabinet, and remove the cookie jar, with every intention of handing him a cookie and returning to comfort. However, before I can fully reach into the cookie jar, I hear, I should get one cookie, then two cookies, because I need cookies. I didn't know cookies was a need, y'all. This was
Not one cookie, cookies.
Yes.
It's great with the English language. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Guys, please do get yourself a copy of this book, Things He Says, Life as a Boy Mum. And if you're watching, and if you're a boy mum, just give us a fire emoji. Give us a fire emoji if you are a boy mum. And maybe a little bit, how would you describe the experience, boy mums, please? What was I going to ask you? What message would you have for single mothers reading this book? Like, what is it that you want them to take from this book?
Enjoy the process. There are going to be moments that you're just done, whether it's the combination of working or relationships or just being a mom, just being a parent in general. Don't forget to pull out those moments that just make you laugh. Coming from someone who has, good Lord, how many nieces and nephews do I have now? I don't even know. There's a lot of them. At this point, I'm a great aunt. So I've got a lot of them. Going from being an auntie where it was fine to laugh at the little things that they did that was probably kind of inappropriate, to being the person who actually has to provide the discipline it was different. But don't forget to pick out those moments, those little moments that are just hilarious. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to laugh and then tell them I shouldn't be laughing. I've done this, but I'm just like, and he laughs with me. I'm like, don't laugh. That was bad.
Yeah.
But it was funny. But don't be afraid to laugh with them. Don't be afraid to play with them. Keep those moments. Those moments are absolutely, yeah. Like I said, I read these and I have to laugh because I remember, and it takes you back there. And someone said to me, someone who read the book telling me that remember these moments when he's 17 and can't stand you, or something to that effect. We're just like, remember those moments when he just doesn't. You've given him a curfew that he doesn't want, and he's storming around the house. But yeah, definitely pick out those moments, write them down, record them, whatever it is, because they're worth keeping. And I can't tell you, like he tells people all the time, this is about me.
Oh, I love that you've taken the kind of everyday simple conversations and turn them into something. And one of the things that came through at the book launch was quite a few mothers were saying, I wish I had documented, because the time goes quick, right? I wish I had documented this part of my life, this journey. So you've been journaling since you were 9. Do you still keep a journal today? And how do you think journaling has influenced your work?
I do, because as I said, it's how I process the feelings and the emotions behind my experiences. So it gives me that separation almost. So it allows me the space to be emotive, to just get it all out. But then it also gives me the opportunity to turn it into something. It's like alchemy. Take that and then turn it into something beautiful, something that someone else can read and feel like someone gets me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone understands, and I'm not out here alone.
Mm.
And be able to share that with other people, but just be able to celebrate those moments.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that sense of sharing your story and the writing it, like spiritual Tiki saying, it is healing. It's a way of sort of healing yourself first and being able to process your feelings and emotions, but also knowing when people come to you and say, hey, I've experienced this, or hey, I resonate with what you're feeling, that there might be tears, and that all of this is empowering and a connection, and it does make us feel like we're not kind of out here alone struggling with the same things but not speaking about it. So I think
And it keeps me out of jail.
Yeah. Let's
keeps me out of jail, keeps me from losing my job. It gives me a space to put all that stuff that I can't put out into the world.
Or that fencing, yeah. Oh my god, I've still got work from, I was talking about with someone about it the other day, I've still got all my writings from 17, 18, 19. Ain't knowing it, that's just for me. And yeah, that definitely kept me alive. So this book's beautifully illustrated, and I know we spoke a bit about the process over the launch, but just for those who have never worked with an illustrator in this way, what made you decide to have illustrations in this book, and tell us a little bit about the process with Danielle. Big up Danielle Peramon.
Yes. Big up to Danielle. We love her so much. It may have actually been Danielle's idea to illustrate it. I don't remember how it came about. Or I think it was a conversation she and I had that, where was it? It was a pen picture that I'd seen. You know what? For those who don't know what a pen picture is, it is literally a one-line drawing of something. So I'll show you one of the ones she did. So the whole drawing is one single line. Like you never remove your pen from the paper.
Yeah.
This one. So this was our first.
Oh, cool.
So it's literally, if you're doing it by hand, the whole thing is one single line, but it'll be a picture of something, a flower, a heart, whatever it is.
Wow.
So initially it was going to be all pen pictures. And when I sent her the manuscript, she's like, Tiff, I hear what you're saying about the pen pictures, but I'm getting this, I'm getting that. I was like, Danielle, you know what? I'm not married to nothing. You do you. Here's some words. Go fly. Be a butterfly.
She flew.
Do what you do.
She flew. She did great.
And she really did. She did amazing. She did absolutely amazing.
And they really look like him as well. The pictures really got.
Oh, he tells everyone it's him. And the funny thing is, he has a hoodie that's similar to this one on the book. And when it first came in the mail, he's like, "Why is there a picture of me on your book?" Like even his head, she got his ears, she got everything.
Oh wow!
Because he has the Martin ears that kind of stick out. So she got the ears, everything. It genuinely looks like him from behind. And he does that thing with the arms, the Sonic thing where he puts the arms behind him, all of it.
Oh, it's such a beautiful testimony. It's such a beautiful legacy of a book, Faye here's just joined. She says, hey, she was at your book launch there. I know she's got a copy of the book. Hey. So, we're running out of time. So, what is next for you, and how can people connect with you?
You can connect with me on Instagram. It's at Ms. Black Jade, MZBlackJade. You can connect with me on the Echo Chamber is also on Instagram. You can find us there. So for that as well, you can DM me, send me a message. One of the things I wanted to do, and I don't know if I'm shooting myself in the foot here, I'm going to be wildly successful, but a lot of people, I think Claire stood up at the book launch and was saying, there's so many moments that for her daughter, for Sophie for Ophelia that she wanted to document. And one of the things I'm like, what if I do that? What if I sit down with moms and like have them tell me their stories and I turn them into poems for them? And they have this for their kids.
Guys, if you're watching, boy mom, girl mom, pet mom, is that something that you'd be interested in? I think that's be a fantastic idea. Or some kind of workshop where they're writing their poems and their bits their bits, writing their, you know what I mean, the conversations and memories.
They come in and they write the poems themselves.
I think that would be
do it
great.
either way. I feel like the response to this book was more than I even expected. And it's just like, well, why can't, everyone's like, oh, I wish I did it. I'm like, well, why can't you?
Yeah, you still can.
Like, even if because I've written, poems for people's weddings, for people, I can do it. I have no problems doing it. So it's just like, if you want to, find me, connect with me. We'll sit down. You let me know how many you want to do, because we can do what's called a chat book, which is maybe about 20 pages, maybe 10 to 15 poems, something small that you have that can cover maybe a year, or it can cover as much time as you want. We can sit down, you tell me your stories, and I will turn them into poems for you about your little person or your teenage person or however this person is.
I love it. Hey, Anna. Anna's saying that's beautiful.
Hey, Anna.
Anna's in the Netherlands. She's Faye's saying thanks. That's a good idea. And Anna's saying she wished she lived in London. Well, you're half in where you are and half here. Come back, Anna. Come back. You can still be part of this project. I mean, you can do anything online, can't you?
Yep. And I'm available through Microsoft Teams, Zoom. You don't have to be here. Exactly. We can make it happen.
Exactly.
I
think that is a wonderful idea. Getting a book together of everyone's poems, mothers' poems about their sons or daughters, and just having that as something that they can cherish. I think that'd be brilliant. So you've heard it here from Tiffany. We're waiting for it.
That's an idea, though. Could you imagine having one from your mom's perspective and your dad's perspective in one book?
It would be very different. I think you've not remembered that correctly. That
they can remember it however they want. I think it would just be hilarious to have one of these moments that your parents remember completely. You're like, how are you both standing there and you've got this totally different recollection? I think it'd be hilarious. Have a section that's mom and a section that's dad.
I think that's a good idea, actually. Faye says, I've got a bundle of thoughts I can say about my son, Al, and my daughter. Oh, see, this book is you manifested it through speaking about it. I'm sure people are going to be contacting you about their memories and stories, and I'm sure it's going to spark inspiration. So, yeah.
One of the other things they said that I didn't really like, it didn't hit me, but just the fact that the pictures are all little black boys, and they're happy pictures. Someone I work with, who's a social worker, obviously, was just like, representation. This is what our young boys need. They need to see positive images and hear positive things about themselves. Again, not something I even thought about when I put this out. It was hilarious, and I wanted to share it with the world. So
it's lovely. And now Xavier can say categorically there is a book with him in it, not just one that looks like him in it, Tiffany, thank you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Final words that you want to share with your audience.
Final words. Buy the book. Buy them both. Help out a single mom. But share it as well. Share them. If you do have stories and you feel like, oh, I'm not a poet, but you feel like these are things you want to share with the world, get in touch with me. We'll work it through. Like, I'm really open. I'm really wanting, like, I feel good about it. Like, something about this feels good in my spirit, just to be able to help people get their stories out to the world, which is also why I started the Echo Chamber. But yeah, definitely get in touch. Also, if it's out there, loads of people feel like, oh, I don't know how to rhyme, or I don't know how to do a sonnet. Right. None of this is formulaic. None of it is structured. This is literally my thoughts and the way they come out. Yeah. So the same way they say, buy the shoes, write the book.
Exactly. But you heard it there. Tiffany, it's been amazing working with you and amazing speaking with you. You've been an awesome guest. The first guest back from my long break away. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm back on a roll. So thank you for joining us, everybody. I'll see you I'll need to remember the date because it's not next Thursday. It is September the 30th. Which is Tuesday. I'll be speaking with the awesome and amazing Alison Ryan Chase, who is a fellow poet. You must connect, actually, Tiffany. Yes. And she's published her first book, Downloads from Heaven, last year, and she's back with her memoir, Out Through the Butterfly. I think you'll like this one. It is an absolutely powerful book. So please do tune in. 7 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. EST, September the 30th at 7 o'clock. See you later.
Yes.
Bye.
Take care. Bye, everyone.